Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome tonight to a special event coverage, the FTSR All-Star Race here on Full Throttle Television. My name is Brody Hanna. Beside me in the booth tonight, Tony Solari. And Tony, we got a bunch to cover here in a short time and 200 laps to cover a very exciting All-Star Race here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway.
I know. At first when I got on the server, I thought something was broken because, it's like I'm seeing all kinds of different cars. There's Xfinities, trucks, ARCAs, and Cup car, next-gen cars. So it's like, what's going on? But no, this is All-Star, man. This is where the fun's going to be tonight. All-Star
tonight here on Full Throttle Sim Racing. We have an action-packed race for you here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway and a mix of cars. We've got the ARCA cars out here. We've got the Xfinity cars out here, or at least one. We got the next-gen Cup cars out here, and we got the trucks out here. All together, a multi-class race here, 200 laps around North Wilkesboro Speedway. No breaks, no stages, no nothing. Just a straight-up race to 200 to see who can walk away tonight with $100 million in credits. And there still is a class prize for all these guys too, $500,000 for each class winner. That is not the overall winner. So a lot on the line here tonight, a lot for these guys to fight for, and I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out on top because, we did some testing here, and the Cup car has been quick, the ARCA car has been quick on a longer run. Trucks is a good stable choice, and the Xfinity car, who knows? But we're going to find out here shortly.
It's like a Victory Fuel variety pack out there tonight, and it is it's just really cool. A lot of fun to see all the different cars and see how they're going to run tonight. You're going to have so many cool different strategies too as well, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I think a guy's kind of like the novelty. NASCAR threw some gimmicks last year, and these are the gimmicks this year for us.
Well, qualifying goes over. Things have been completed already. We'll talk about the track and all a little bit later, but we're going to go ahead and jump into our starting lineup. Our starting lineup tonight is going to be a little different. We're going to try to tell you which car is what as we go through it here tonight. On pole tonight for the All-Star race, that is going to be the 22, Michael Blackner in the ARCA car. To his outside is another ARCA car, the Wayne Grossi machine, tonight number 11. Starting P3 in a truck, that's going to be Robert Malikian. And to his outside, I believe, is going to be another ARCA car, the 51 of Brandon Elder. 34, Brandon Fetter placing a Cup car. First Cup car in the lineup, starting P5. And to his outside is going to be Kyle Milliken, who is also in a ARCA car. Alexander Hodge is going to start P7 in a Cup car. Beside him, the truck is going to be the number 15, Colby Meese. Nick Alfred in a Cup car starting P9, and rounding out your top 10 is another next-gen car, the number 09, that's J.C. Evans.
Then starting 11, you got Lane Allen. I believe he hasn't took the grid yet, but I believe he's in a Cup car. Then you got, he's in an ARCA car. Then you got Kevin Ruff in the 21. He's in an ARCA car. Caleb Uberman-Tipton starting 13th. He is in a Cup car. Then you got Cameron Alberson, also in a Cup car, starting 14th. Nim Silva starting 15th, and he is in a truck tonight. William Owens in 16th, starting, he is in a Cup car. Then you got Richard Myers starting 17th in a truck. Brian Messer in a Cup car starting 18th, and I'm going to kind of blast through the rest of the field here. We got Mason Hoffner, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Ray Gill, Brian Bliss, Gordon Fraley, Ryan Persinger, Brian Dixon, Colton Gum, Richie Coy, Hayden Higginbotham, and Stuart Hardin Walker. 29 cars, variety of guys, and variety of cars out there. This should be really fun.
I'll tell you what, our graphics did not like the multi-class. It did not show up correctly in the race. But this is going to be one chaotic race, Tony. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch and see how these guys navigate the different cars, different speeds, different techniques through the corner, different cornering speeds, different straightaway speeds. It's all going to be different tonight.
Well, especially, too, for the broadcast. Like I said, the software, we're going to see how well the software likes the way things go. We'll see how iRacing likes the way things go. It's going to be interesting all the way around, and I'm looking forward to some fun racing, though. I can't wait to see some of these rolling roadblocks because I know there's going to be some lap cars at some point. It's going to be pretty wild.
We'll see how the broadcasters handle it as well, and the drivers on track, how they handle the different cars on track as well. A lot to learn, a lot to find out, a lot on the line here as the pace car is going to pull into pit road. They come to the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are underway here at North Wilkesboro.
And I just know, for me personally, I like the ARCA car. If I were out there, I'd probably be in the ARCA car as well. And, you know, for one of the newer cars in iRacing, it just seems like they got that thing set up pretty nice right now. And that'd be the one I'm going. And you can see right now we got our leaders. Michael Blackner and Wayne Grossi still out there out front.
ARCA car 1-2. You got the truck of Robert Malikian in P3, but the Cup car of Brandon Fetterplace looking to hunt him down in P4. We got a good mix up front right now.
Well, the interesting thing too is, you know, the ARCA car uses I guess quote unquote Hoosier tire, opposed to everybody else is on Goodyear. So we're going to see, one that really has kind of a little bit better tire model than the other. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I'm looking all the way in the back of the pack there, 3 wide, and I know Richie Coy kind of got stuck back there. He was having some connection issues and misqualifying altogether earlier. So. A little bit of issue. I've been seeing a lot of guys with packet loss and whatnot. Hopefully that is nothing. Oh, Wayne Grossi spins.
Wayne Grossi in the grass on the backstretch. Gets it going once again, though. No caution so far. He's going to fall back in line, but he's going to have to find his rhythm and get back going once again up front. Now Brandon Fetterplace takes over that P2 position, trying to chase down Michael Blackner up front. So you got an ARCA car, a Cup car, and a truck. And I better say that quick because Robert Malikian is under fire from Kyle Milliken.
Oh, we got Nick Alford getting turned, it looks like. In the middle of the track, we got a caution.
All right, so we got them stacked up on turn 3 and 4 here as Nick's going to come down pit road. Everybody tries to work their way through here. And
now I can see the aggression. Now I can see the aggression level is going to be up too, especially as these cars run, you're going to have some that are going to be able to maybe manage your tires better and have a little bit more towards the end, and they're going to be pushing it. So yeah, well, this is going to be a thing tonight, and there is no tire limit. They can take as many tires as they want. They can pit as many times as they want during caution. I know Wayne Grossi. I already see him in the 11. I'm kind of rooting for him just because he got stuck with that 11 number, but. Let's see a little early damage. He's going to get that thing fixed.
We had a mess on the backstretch before they even got to turn 3. Let's look at that again. Coming off turn 2. There was a stack up in front with the 12 car, which is the 13 tonight, of Senior getting spun around. Let's back it up from here and just see what we can see here. Because somehow he ended up sideways coming off the corner. Oh, he just gassed it up and lost the car in front of everybody. Slides down the track right in front of Brian Bliss, and then there's another truck that kind of comes into that after the fact. So that happened in turn 3. Let's see what happened to Nick Alford turn 4 before we get back green flag racing. Oh, him and Caleb Tipton looks like made contact in the corner. Oh, I think his car was broke. It went straight up the track.
Yeah, something I know, and I didn't even see that first accident, but yeah, they both happened simultaneously on the same lap.
Ooh, wow. Was that from contact? Oh, that was from contact coming out of turn 2. He goes into turn 3, and you can see the sparks coming off the car. It just did not turn, went straight up into the wall into him. Wow, a lot to unpack.
Wow, that's something that that's just one of those things. Yeah, some cars are going to react a little different to a little scrape and a damage. And I know the ARCA car, from our ARCA race the other night, they kind of held up a little good, pretty decent. They had a decent little, they're a little tankish, I guess. We
are 2 by 2 once again, getting ready for the restart. Michael Blackner on the point. Brandon Fetter placed to the outside in the Cup car, and then you got the truck back there, Malikian. We'll see if Brandon Fetter, this helped Brandon. He kind of closed up the gap on the 22. We'll see what happens here on the restart. Green flag is back out, and we're back racing.
Well, we saw yesterday in the actual All-Star race. Now, I know I don't think we have the new pavement, but, or maybe we do, but they like the outside groove. Now, I haven't tried any of these cars at this track, so I really don't know what the preferred line is, but I can see that outside line kind of take a hold maybe later in the run.
Watching us racing back here a little bit. You got Kobe Meese on the outside of the 21, Kevin Ruff tonight.
Hey, I'm buzzing around too. We got a lot of guys 2 wide right now, but I go back to Michael Blackner. He is just pulling away. He's got that car hooked up really good, and that ARCA car is just sailing. 0.7 per second right now. And pretty much everybody else, they're kind of single filed, like those first 5 cars right now, 6 cars actually.
Here comes Kyle Milliken in another one of those ARCA cars, trying to challenge Brandon Fetterplace. But like I said, throughout some of the testing, it seems like those Cup cars fired off pretty good, but they fell off a little bit. Those ARCA cars kind of hanging around a little bit, but we're seeing the fire off speed for Michael Blackner already in that 22. The other thing to consider, we got a caution.
Yellow. Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. Got to go back.
So Brian Bliss is involved with Wayne Grassi on the backstretch. There's 2 of the cars involved.
Wayne's having an issue. Like I say, I kind of got a little route there for that 11 car. Wonder what happened.
Ooh, looks like Brian Bliss got loose off the backstretch, caused a big checkup. He's hit about 3 or 4 other cars there before he comes to a stop in front of Wayne Grassi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Brian was pretty sideways there. He tried his best to hang on to it.
Yeah, he's in front of a group of cars there and just all bottled up in front of him. And whoever that was in front got a pretty good hit there, too.
Actually, Wayne didn't really get into Brian. He did get into Brian, but he was hard on the brakes and was able to slow down enough. So I don't think Wayne's probably got too much damage. But I can imagine him going back in now, getting a little damage fixed, and maybe a new set of tires. Might as well when you're back there.
I was just going to bring it up. It looks like, Wayne should be fine. Brian took a pretty good hit. He might be done for the night. He could even drive it back to the pits. We talked about, I was just going to bring it up before we had that caution. These guys also they all have to make a pit stop here too. So,
I don't exactly know what the mileage would be for any of the cars.
I was going to say it was going to vary by car too. So that's another thing these guys are going to have to keep in mind and work around, because some of them may be able to go longer than others.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what it's like to be a driver out there. I don't know. I like to be in the booth though, see how this plays out. Going to be fun. I mean, it's so far so good. I mean, I'm seeing some fun stuff going on in the back. Maybe not too much fun for some. Yeah, not too much fun for some of these guys.
Yeah, and it's like I said, the cars being good in different parts on the track just makes it kind of fun to watch. Everybody kind of work around each other and find the strengths and weaknesses of each car. But the pace car lights are off. We're going to go back green flag racing. The pace car is going to pull off here in turn 4. There it goes. We're going to go back racing here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. The All-Star race is back green here on that Full Throttle television. Oh, we got Kyle Milliken turned in turn 1. Big wreck into turn 1.
He was getting, looked like he was getting a little bit of help there.
Let's see if we can go back. You definitely got a little bit of a push into the corner there. Is that? I hate to say without, I'll have to look at this. Alexander Hodge in the 53.
Yep. Yeah, that's, Kyle didn't get a great restart, but
just turned it.
Pushing him wasn't going to help him that much.
No, definitely not what you want to do there.
Got looks like Malikian got hooked up in that. Lane Allen kind of hit the wall just avoiding it. Or no, actually no, he got kind of knocked into the wall a little bit. But hopefully we don't got too much damage. 03 maybe I think got a little bit.
Kyle went to slow for the corner and brake for the corner, and it looks like Hodge was not ready for that and just turned him right around.
27 looks like he kind of brake checked into the 10. Now the 10 car is Colton Gum, and he's the only car in an Xfinity. So I'm assuming he's probably going to get the 500,000 credits.
That would be a pretty safe assumption for his class if he's the only car in his class.
Now that is playing the odds. It's like being at the roulette table, and it's like opposite land, and you're picking that green square. But yeah, so he should.
You've done more gambling than I have, so it sounds good. 21 laps. 21 laps into 200. 21 laps into 200 so far. Still a long way to go. Still, these guys have to decide when they want to make that pit stop. And I'll tell you what, Tony, you don't want to be back there in that mess. You don't want to be back in traffic if you can help it.
Yeah, I mean, if you are back there, you got to really kind of tiptoe and really kind of expect something, and maybe play your hand. And for me, I would probably go in. I'd probably get some tires. Try and be out there. Get the freshest set of tires you can get to a point where you might have enough gas in it, and force some of these guys to to maybe pit under green. Not saying we're going to get a green, but speaking of which, it looks like we have an extension for the yellow. They're still kind of shucking and jiving and getting their cars squared away here.
Yep, so we were going to get the one to go. We got the one to go now. And we do not have a choose cone on the front stretch for the guys to miss. So only poor Ryan Priest.
Yeah, that was a heartbreak.
But the leader does have lane choice, and it looks like Michael's going to stick to the bottom here. Push that Federer Place Cup car on the outside. You got 4 Cup cars lined up behind him now. And then Kevin Ruff in the ARCA car in 5th. So we're going to get back racing here. Looks like the pace car is going to pull off. We're going to go back green flag racing, and the green flag's out once again.
All right, well, Mike didn't get the great start that he got the last round, but he's got all these Cup cars now behind him. I mean, now he can let the Cup car go because he's still kind of running for his little ARCA victory.
Yeah,
but you definitely want to try and win this, and But I mean, I don't know. If you already feel like you got a good car, and I'm sure Michael's done a little bit of practice on it too to maybe see what kind of a long run car he has. Would it be a big deal to let a couple of these guys go?
I mean,
and try to get them on the flip side, maybe save a little bit more.
I feel like that. You see a little contact back here between Gordon Fraley and another car. Smoke up front. What in the world is going on?
Well, I think some of these the people in the next gen, I think they're probably struggling a little bit. I mean, we both know the reason why we're in the booth to begin with on Mondays is
we got a truck around. Ryan Persinger hits the wall, keeps going, no caution so far. We got a car stops on the exit of pit road as well, waiting to come out. Still green flag racing.
We got a yellow now.
Colby Meese, number 15, in the wall.
I think he had a little bit of help there. Yeah, from the 39, which is Gordon Fraley. Just got into him a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely turned him into the corner there.
Liquid Death and Tropicana do not mix, I guess.
We're going to start handing out EOLs for drivers that cause cautions. How about that?
Maybe.
Right in the back of the 15. Turning right around.
Colby's got a little bit of tail damage now, too, and maybe a little fender damage. And we know how the trucks act when they have a little bit of front end damage.
Well, I think they fixed that, or supposedly fixed that.
Yeah. Yeah, quote unquote, they fixed it. Yeah, they didn't fix it great. From somebody who does drive the truck, yeah, I don't know. It's not great. It's better. It's still not the best.
Well, if we keep going at this rate, what are we on lap 30? I hope you got a comfortable seat. I hope everybody out there is watching, enjoying this this madness as well.
Yeah, well, let's see. I got Mom out there watching right now, and she says hello and hey. I know they're in Vegas, and then I got Demi Corey, and he's asking how many cars per field.
That's Corey Atkins, by the way.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Is it Corey, not Cody?
I don't know which one, but it's that person.
How many cars per field? Well, Corey, count them. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Count
there's got it. I'm looking right now. It looks like there's 6 trucks.
I can count them, but I'm not gonna count them right now as we get ready for a restart.
I'll get you that answer in a little bit.
Yeah. tell you who's running in front. We got an ARCA car up front with Michael Blackner. Then you got 2 Cup cars, an ARCA car, another Cup car, an ARCA car, and the rest of the top 10 are Cup cars. As the pace car is going to dip to pit road once again, and we'll get back racing here at North Wilkesboro.
Michael's getting good practice there with that restart zone. And a nice jump out there. And it looks like, too, about after like 2-3 laps, that thing just got some afterburners on it, and he starts really pulling away from these from the Cup cars. Which makes you wonder, why do they even have a Cup car to drive? Why don't they all just drive better ARCA cars in the real series? You would think the Cup car should be the fastest, right?
It's a discussion for another day. Yes, Richie Coy right there in front of Cameron Albertson, who just about got in the back of Coy there. Coy trying to fight with Cabin Ruff in front of him in the 21. Two ARCA cars, the 21 and the 19, in front of a Cup car in the 31. And these numbers are all kind of over the place just because of being the host of the event. We've got cars loose back here behind us.
Yeah, if you were fortunate enough to get in and you had your number programmed for your car before the server starts, you get the preferred number. You know, like obviously Michael Blackner always runs at 22, and that's where he's at tonight. Brandon Fetterplace running second, 34, that's his normal number. You know, if you get in the server early enough, you can kind of claim that spot. Now back to Corey. We have got 12 next gen. We've got 6 truck, 11 ARCA, and 1 lonely Xfinity. So not a bad field. Almost an even split between the ARCA and the next gen.
There's the lone Xfinity car, but Colt making the smart move though. He's going to walk away with $500,000 tonight. So just for showing up in the Xfinity car. Probably not the preferred car, but hey.
No, I mean, and what's crazy is too, you know, we've had this, you know, I guess you can call it a gimmick, but you know, with the variety pack of cars, there has been no chatter on any of our Discord channels or anything like that about, hey, what's everybody running, you know? So I assume a lot of people didn't realize what they were going to, you know, or they probably knew what they were going to run, but they had no idea what competitor or what the field was going to look like even before the race started. I
feel like that everybody was kind of settled on car. We got people that run Cup exclusively. We got exclusive truck drivers as well. So a lot of those guys, it was kind of baked in what they were going to run based on the car. Oh, we have another caution.
Gordon Fraley again. Looks like he a little self spin coming into 3. Didn't hit anything. Just got the curve. Oh, and then Colby Meese somehow. He's sideways front start finish line.
Cal Milker back at Gordon Fraley as well. Let's go back and look and see what happened. Our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay.
I see what happened.
Gordon Fraley self-spun, but there was something happened in front.
That was Colby Meese. Colby Meese got into the 18. And then the 18 was able to hold it. It looks like he saved it really well. And then Colby spun on his own.
Oh, wow.
Into the 18.
Wow.
That shows you that front end damage. And, you know, like I say, we were just talking about it, and it was the 15. It looks like we got a lot of guys on pit road, though, now. So I wonder what that fuel mileage looks like for some of these guys.
I hate to be the one to say it, but what's the #1 rule in stock car racing?
You might have to remind me, because I sometimes I think I forget.
I've heard that it's learn how to wreck somebody without wrecking yourself. Let's hope that's not the case here. I don't think he tried to wreck somebody, but he definitely wrecked himself.
Yeah. And there was something I think I told him right before we started the broadcast. I can't remember what it is. I'm sure Colby remember what I said to him. But that's all right.
You said they made pit stops?
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys down pit road. So looks like we got a lot of takers in there. Some guys getting a little damage fix. Fortunately, being a short track, you're not going to get that much damage fixed, but get a little bit. We've been having a few cautions. They'll all stack up.
Did they take fuel only? Did they take tires?
I can't imagine anybody not taking tires, to be quite honest with you. I would have
Track
to kind of
position's
go
pretty
through.
important.
Yeah, but I would assume, especially after the 40-something laps, I think people went in and got new tires. Especially with no tire limit, it's almost like free tires. How could you not?
It is. I was thinking more of a timing thing because you don't want to lose too much time on pit road. You don't want to go down a lap. You know, pace laps happen quick.
Well, there is one guy that I'm going to have to go back and look because he jumped his way up in 4th place right now. He's our second ARCA car, and he is Mr. Broadcaster Wednesday night, Richie Coy. So
yeah.
I'm curious to know if he maybe took 2 or 4.
He was running towards the front before too, so I'm curious too, but I don't think it's happened. The pace car's off, so we're going to go back green flag racing. And boy, the Brandon Fetter place jump. He launched out of a cannon that time. Now it's side by side with the 22 of Michael Blackman. We got a car in the grass back there too.
I'm kind of going back. I'm going back. I'm looking to see if even Richie pitted. I don't think he pitted.
Three wide down the backstretch. That's William Owens on the outside in the 71. Cameron Albertson, J.C. Evans, all there together.
Yeah, I'm still going back to try and see. I mean, I'm curious to see if Michael Blackman even pitted, but I thought I saw a lot of guys out pit road. Maybe it was a lot of the back of the pack. Yeah, maybe some of these front guys did not pit. So I'm mistaken. The question is where? Where did that line end? I have to go back and look.
That's another thing I was talking about. Like some of these guys may take tires. If the Cup guys take tires and the ARCA guys do not up front, the Cup car will be faster. So we got a bunch of cloud cover that just rolled in over the track as well. It's going to change things a lot too. It got really dark really quick.
Yeah, it absolutely did. It's crazy. All right, so I'm going back here. Like I say, I'm going back to try and see who actually took tires. Who was the first guy out? Maybe. The 21 looks like he was the first guy out, Kevin Ruff. And then 30 of William Owen was the second guy out of tires. So those are your guys that should have tires.
Here comes Kevin Ruff on the inside of Caleb Tipton for fifth spot.
Yeah, well, he's got the 30 right behind him. So those both right now they have some freshies, and I'm sure there's more behind there. But right now, I'm trying to keep up with the action and look back, and it's a little confusing. So we're gonna go with these guys right now.
Richie Coy's trying to make a pass on the 34 Fetter place too for second, trying to run down that 22 of Michael Blackner up front.
Well, Richie's running that low lane again, so. I think that ARCA car is it's a little bit stronger, especially as these laps go on and on. So he was maybe able to make that pass right now.
All right, so Coy up to second. Let's see if he can run down the 22 now. In the same car. Remember, Fetter Place, not in the same car as these two up front, but he is running the front of the field for his class. So he's in position for that 500,000. As here comes Kevin Ruff too in the number 21 in another ARCA car, getting around Alexander Hodge.
Yeah, and the 30 is hot on his tail right there too. So he's got one car to clear. It looks like he's got Alexander Hodge right now. He's trying to clear.
That's William Owens in the 30.
30, right? But he's going for Alexander Hodge, I believe. Okay?
Right.
Like he's on the inside now. Another lap or so.
And this is Cup car on Cup car violence right here.
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, that's right. William is he's in the Cup car right now, but then the 21 Kevin Ruff, he's in the Cup or the ARCA car. Boy, I'm confused, but I'm having fun watching this.
So it's ARCA, ARCA, Cup, ARCA, Cup, 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 Cup for the top 10.
Sounds like a game of duck, duck, goose, but yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, we had a truck up there too. We had, and actually Robert Malikian has gotten passed by Richard Myers. Richard Myers currently your leading truck in that class. in the number 93. So Myers trying to hang on to that. Robert Malikian right here in the 16 was leading that, but then got involved in that accident up front. And of course, Colton Gum, our leading only Xfinity car in the series, getting eaten up by the leaders right now.
Well, I think even in practice, I mean, granted, Colton was the only one out there, but the Xfinity car seemed to be the slowest of the four. And again, a lot of us don't really run it. We don't have an Xfinity league within the FTSR, so well, a lot of us aren't really that familiar with it as well. So I know a lot of guys like it, but we only got one guy driving it, so I'm really kind of surprised.
Of the four cars, it is the one with the least downforce, and I think that's what's kind of hurting it here versus the truck, ARCA, and next gen car. It's probably got the most horsepower, but you can only use so much. There's only so much straightaway here.
Well, going back up front, Michael Blackner's got a 2-second lead over Richie Coy. And Richie Coy's really probably used a lot of his stuff up too. I mean, he's got a strong second right now, but he started 30th. He had connection issue, but unfortunately he's got a Kevin Ruff in his mirror, and things are starting to get a little bit closer. And we know Kevin's got some good tires. He won last week, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So this is. He's kind of coming on his strong momentum run.
But Tony, he won in a Cup car.
Momentum, I know. Momentum is momentum, though.
Is a thing for sure. You got 3 ARCA cars leading the field right now. Gavin Ruff trying to run down Richie Coy, who's trying to run down the 22 of Blackner up front. Leading the Cup car field right now, like we were talking about, is Brandon Fetterplace. He's got a nice little gap on the next Cup car back, which will now be the 30. Or the 71 on your screen, the 30 of William Owens, who goes around Alexander Hodge. So Owens moving up into the second spot for the Cup car running.
Yeah, William had a little struggle trying to get back, get through some of that traffic, but he's got clean air in front of him now, and he definitely has fresher tires. So Brandon's been kind of running this next gen kind of dominance right now, but that is about to change.
Well, again, that's what I talked about before the last couple cautions, is that pitting is going to be a strategy. When do you pit? When do you take those tires? And now we got this longer green flag run, and it's really paying off for these guys. The longer we run, the better it's going to be for these guys.
Yeah, and watching Kevin too, he's not really pushing it. You would think too with the advance on tires, and again, we don't even know. They might have enough fuel to make this to the end too. I mean, you really don't know. But yeah, he's slowly reeling in Richie, not really kind of going after it too much. Unfortunately, Michael is still kind of walking away. Michael pulled a second off of Richie since the last we spoke of him, which was maybe only 5-10 laps. So Michael's out there turning and burning, and it's we'll see. If it stays green, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, Michael's definitely got a nice lead here, but if things keep going the way they are, I believe if he hasn't come to pit road, he'll have to make a pit stop if we stay green.
Well, yeah, a lot of these guys are going to have to, and we're at lap 70 now.
You don't want to do that in the green, that's for sure.
Not around here, no. That's why, and I said earlier, if I was out there, I'd probably be pitting every single time just to get them tires, and top off of fuel. And here comes Kevin. He's really made some headway on Richie Coy right now for second.
Unfortunately, I think our lone Xfinity driver has called it quits. He's been lapped. He's tired of being in the way. I think he's done.
Yep, he is. He's definitely pulling in the pits tonight, but that's all right.
Hey, it's an experiment for us as well. These guys are all learning every lap after lap, and we're experimenting here as well. This is, we threw this together. We wanted to do something different for the All-Star race. We heard about the, let me see, Richie Coy really getting sideways through the corner there.
I had to go back to our leader. Sorry to interrupt, but he is in a gaggle of lap traffic right now, and
oh my goodness.
He is. I've been watching him last couple laps here, and wow, it's just he is being delicate. He's taking his time, and hopefully people are going to give him a little bit of a right away here.
Yeah, we talked about experimenting. We wanted to do something different, and we heard about NASCAR talking about the Run What You Brung idea for the All-Star race for the real guys, and we were like, hey, why don't we just do a multi-class race? We'll see what happens. Just throw it together, see what happens. And, well, here we are.
Well, we were having a hard decision of, trying to run something different. One year we ran the 87 cars. I know we've done some other cars in the past, too, for the All-Star Series. Even on, the different tracks. Just kind of spice it up a little bit. Yeah, why not do the variety pack? The Victory Fuel variety pack. I think we should build that next year if we do this again.
Yeah.
So
got a little messy early on, but we're in a rhythm now.
Yeah.
And boy, I'm watching
Michael
our
Blackner's
leader.
having a hard time. Yeah, he's having a hard time getting through traffic right now. Richie's not really catching him. I mean, a little bit, but not as bad as you think he would.
He's bleeding a little time. He's down to 1.7 seconds now. Back. He's popping in our screen when he comes off turn 4. So,
almost four wide there.
Oh. He's going to find his way through there, though. And these guys really don't want to go lap down either because if caution comes out, they're still in it.
43, a little loose. He saves it. 43, Ray Gill. Man, good hands there. Richie Coy's got to fight that same, and he's got Kevin Ruff as well, kind of behind him. Although Kevin,
we got a caution. We got a caution.
I have a feeling you're going to see the 19, you're going to see the 22 come get some tires, and I have a feeling Kevin Ruff is probably going to follow him in.
Looks like the 09 was just around. Let's go back and see what happened for this caution here. That's when tire. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the Nim Silva machine. 51 on your screen, 27 in our hearts. Gets loose off turn 4. Oh, and then there's more. There's more guys coming into this. Let's go back and look at that again. See the 51 get loose off the corner, spins, and behind him the 09. Where's he at?
He got caught up with William.
Let's back up and see what happened here. Coming off the corner. Oh, he just squeezes up into him. And, there was no room there. 71 hung on the outside, and they get it going the right direction once again. But that is going to kind of bring everybody back under caution. Now, did we see the leaders pit here?
I have to go back and look. I went back to go just make sure that the 30 and the 09 were running. They were running for position too at that time. So I almost wondered if the 09 did eventually get tires as well.
I think the 19 definitely pitted. Yes.
The 22 stayed out.
The 22 did stay out. The 19 pitted. The 21 pitted as well.
Yep. Brandon Fetterplace looks like he also stayed out. Colton Gum is actually back out there. Looks like.
We're not even halfway yet.
Williams stayed out. Brandon Fetterplace stayed out. Ryan Persingers also stayed out. Oh, the 30 did go in, but came in on the second lap. So yeah, we only have 4 cars actually stayed out. So
a little bit of confusion, I think, with the pit road opening there, but we've got them lined back up there. We're going to go back racing again. We're not even halfway. Lap 82 of 200 here. Still a long way to go. Michael Blackner, Brandon Fetterplace up front, did not pit. Behind them, Richie Coy, Alexander Hodge, I believe, did pit. Green flag's out. We're racing once again.
Yeah, Michael got a bad start there. Those old tires. I mean, he's got a quick car tonight, but I don't know. I think I would have pitted.
Kevin Ruff trying to make it 3 wide. He falls back in line.
I mean, you got to understand, Michael's running 83 lap old tires compared to our second place right now, Richie Coy. And then Kevin Ruff, who's getting on the inside of Brandon Fetterplace right now. So we got a 1-2-3 ARCA run right now.
There's a 21 by the 34. So 1-2-3 ARCA. You've got Cup cars for the next 5 positions back.
The 09's trying to, he's got fresh tires on the outside. He was trying to make that outside work, trying to get around Barry and Fetterpillies, but he got snuck up on the inside, yeah.
Battle for the lead. Michael Blackner under fire from the 19 of Richie Coy. Fresher tires on the inside. Gotta think Coy will prevail. And he does here coming off turn 4, so Richie Coy to the lead.
Third kind of got a little bit of hectic. We got a guy coming out of the pits. Whoa. Third unfortunately went a lap down in that little incident there. Kyle Milka coming out of the pits, kind of just jazzing up in front of the leaders right now. Kyle not doing any favors for the leaders right now.
Yeah, he's kind of in the way there, letting Richie Coy get away.
22 finally looks like he might be able to get around him, and Kyle is loose as can be.
Yeah.
Well, that was good news for our leaders. They were able to kind of skate by him, but man.
Oh, Kyle turned around down the backstretch, turns up in front of the 53. Caution is out. I believe that is the car that got him into turn 1.
Man. Well, Kyle definitely was loose, probably trying to catch it on that backstretch there. Kind of walked his way up the track a little bit. Man. I've been monitoring chat too, driver chat, and yeah, things have been kind of calm so far. I haven't heard too many bad mouthing or any name calling, so I guess people are having fun out there to a certain extent. Looks like though we got 22 finally goes in, gets his tires. This is going to put him deep in the field, unfortunately, but we'll see what he can do with it. The only good news for Michael is right now there was only 9 cars on the lead lap, so he'll probably be placed in that 9th spot.
Well, him, Wayne Grassi, Fetter Place, Alexander Hodge, and Richard Myers all on the lead lap. They have pitted here, so Michael will come out 6th spot with those fresher tires.
Okay, so that's even a little bit better for Michael then. He's got a quick car, so he should be able to get up there. And now he's going to have the flip. He's going to have a little bit fresher tires on Richie and the 22 of Kevin Ruff.
He's going to have to work his way through this traffic as well. But I don't think we've ever seen lap traffic like he had to deal with earlier. That was
that was crazy.
It's like a moving chicane, a moving roadblock.
Oh yeah, and he handled it pretty well too. He was very patient, got through it. Probably was wishing for a little bit more cooperation by some of the other drivers out there, but he was able to get it, make it work. And man, he's led the most laps so far. He's got a strong car tonight, so let's see what he's going to do from the back here. He doesn't have that fresh air anymore. Car lights are off. They're racking them up, getting ready to go here. We've got 107 laps when they go green.
Yep, lap 92 of 200 here, coming back to the green flag. And we got one of those really, really dark clouds coming across the track once again. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again here at North Wilkesboro.
Richie almost got like a little bit of bump from the 09 there for the start. I don't know if the 09 was kind of anticipating the start a little bit, but it looked like it almost helped Richie there for a second.
Yeah, Richie's going to get some pressure from the 21 to Kevin Ruff here. In that same car, the ARCA car, 1 and 2.
Well, that momentum Kevin's got right now, it's kind of helping him. He had some great strategy, got him up there. And now he's going to be fighting for that lead here in a little bit. Although being a short track, I mean, this is kind of Richie Coy chop territory. So we'll see what we have.
Michael Blackner trying to fight his way through traffic here with that car that's been so dominant so far. Finally had to make that pit stop. Trying to find his way towards the front. Going to go around the outside, do it the tough way.
Well, in practice, he was kind of running some of the middle. Ooh, yeah. J.C. Evans got a little loose there.
Loose, he hangs on to it.
Michael was kind of running that middle lane though during practice, and Richie kind of noticed it and mentioned it during practice. So he was decent there, and he was able to kind of get around that traffic. He is where'd he end up now? Is he third right now?
He is third. So he's finally worked his way through the Cup cars. He is the third in line there.
Third car, freshest tires, and again, we saw him drive away from the field earlier. So all he's got to do is catch these guys and get by him. And he's catching them quickly, too. He is all over Cabin right now.
Messer was fighting with Caleb Tipton. Caleb gets by. Now he's fighting with Caleb gets loose off the corner. He's going to open the door on the outside for Brandon Fetterplace.
Yeah, Brandon kind of wants to get back up there. Brandon was the strongest car right now of our next-gen participants. So he just wants to get that lead again. Kind of lost a little bit of track position with some pit stops and whatnot, and just kind of working his way back up. There's still a lot of time, though. We're almost at 100 laps to go. We're halfway, so still a lot of racing to go.
So covering our top runners in each class, Richie Corey leading the way right now with 22 actually went by Kevin Ruff, so he's breathing down the neck of the 19. Watching the battle for the Cup cars as well. It's just see the 21 hit the wall there. Caleb Tipton leading with Brandon Fetterplace with fresher tires, and our truck race is kind of turned into a snoozer right now because Robert Malikian is the only driver in the truck on the lead lap.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, Robert's just got to stay on that lead lap right now, and I believe he actually got the weight around lap prior or a couple laps ago. He wasn't one of those fender benders not too long ago, so he's doing what he's got to do in the truck.
Boy, this is gonna be tough. We got a battle for the lead, and we got a battle for the lead in Cup as well. Brandon Fetterplace trying to get by Caleb Tipton, and Michael Blackner trying to get by Richie Coy. Doing it on the outside. Looks like he's going to pull that off turn 2. Brandon Fetterplace still fighting with Caleb Tipton for the Cup lead.
Yeah, Michael kind of, he hasn't quite cleared him yet, but he definitely's got a lot more speed on the outside right now.
Blackner's out front. Now he's Brandon Fetterplace and Caleb Tipton for Cup. Brandon finally clears Caleb Tipton in the 69. He's going to take over the lead in the 34 of the Cup cars. And here comes Alexander Hodge trying to follow him through.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of tap there between the 34 and the 69. So there might have been a little paint rub in there, which is something we saw last night as well. And, I don't know about the race last night. I in a way, I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad. I mean, to me, I really like this track, so it's nice to see it kind of resurrected and back on the circuit. Back in action, I guess. It is a fun place to race.
All right, so things have kind of settled down between the fights for the class lead. Everybody kind of finding their place to run. Brandon Fetterplace catching the 21 of Kevin Ruff. Fetterplace has those fresher tires. He's going to look to the inside here and probably make that pass.
Yeah, looks like he's able to clear him. So yeah, with Fetterplace having the fresher tires, and then Michael Blackner having fresher tires, we might just see the cream rising to the top, I guess. So I'd imagine Brandon's going to eventually catch Richie Coy here in a few laps.
Yeah, Coy's falling off with Michael Blackner having those little bit fresher tires, but to be honest with you, I feel like Michael Blackner may have had the better car anyway. Now he's got a little bit of a tire offset.
Yeah, well, he was strong in practice, strong, obviously, in the opening stage of the race, the first half of his race, probably the strongest car all night, and definitely put the work in this week, and, he wants some million credits, man. It's a million freaking credits.
He said he'd been working on this setup for 2 weeks, I think.
Really? I didn't hear.
That's what he said.
I'll tell you, watching
dedication.
Watching him out there right now, I don't doubt it one bit, because he is definitely the best out. Excuse me, the best out there right now. And those new tires are sweet, and he did pit around the 100 mark, so he should have. I would imagine everybody that pit on that last stop is going to have enough gas.
I think everybody's made their final pit stop, or at least made enough of a. They've got enough fuel to make it to the end if it goes green.
I would imagine, yes, they would have to. Yeah, they should have enough gas, I'd imagine. Easier for me to think than say, apparently.
They would have to.
Yeah.
Just going back, looking through the field a little bit, seeing where the battles are. Everybody just kind of in their own bubble right now, kind of spread out.
Yeah, we don't have. I'm looking too. There's really the only person that's multiple laps down that's still on the track right now is Lane Allen. He's 18 laps down, just kind of hanging out there, just kind of riding around, probably enjoying just enjoying the track right now. Like I say, the track is a lot of fun. I'd imagine it's a lot more fun in the ARCA car, especially if you got a fun handling ARCA car. No matter how many laps you're done, you're probably out there having a good time.
Grassi getting passed by Brian Messer here. This is a battle between the Cup car and the ARCA car. Wayne in the ARCA car, Messer in the Cup car.
Yeah, Wayne had a pretty strong car too. Unfortunately, a little damage early on, kind of set him back a little bit. Still on the lead lap. He's got a ways to go though, being the 4th ARCA car in the group. But yeah, he needs another caution and a little bit more better track position. Maybe even a set of fresh tires and get him back up there.
That's the thing too. If you're in this Cup car, you're not out of it. We get a late caution, you throw some tires on there, you're definitely going to be faster, I think, than some of these guys in the ARCA car. We saw that with Brandon Fetterplace, who was able to get by Kevin Ruff pretty quick. Alexander Hodge as well, able to get by the 21. So there's still some things to be played out here.
Yeah, but Brandon, I mean, he was coming pretty close, and we thought he was going to get close to Richie Coy there, but, he kind of stalled out there. Richie Coy's got a good 2-second gap over him, over Brandon right now. Unfortunately, so does Michael Blackner, 2.7 seconds over for first place right now. And he is, I think he's deep in traffic. He's getting to that lap traffic again.
Yeah, Michael Blackner is clear of this traffic, and now Coy's going to have to get through it as well. Coy 3 seconds back on the 22 of Blackner.
Yeah, Michael's got a clear track right now, so Richie's got to fight through that now. Michael just wants to keep this green right now. He is in the catbird seat. Fresh tires and good handle car.
Back down a lap, but still leading the trucks right now. Next truck back is going to be Richard Myers in the 93. He's not too far back from him, but out there on the same lap, they have a fight once again there.
Well, Richard Myers is showing 2 laps down opposed to Robert Malikian 1 lap down, so there still is a bit of discrepancy.
Robert doing what he needs to do there. Maintain that lead. Boy, he's looking high on Persinger right there. Really high. Up against the wall. We saw that in the real guys when they were racing.
Yeah, it's definitely something, if you're in that spot on the Malikian right now, you just wow. Yeah.
Man, he was loose.
Hey, Richie Coy's just like, figure it out. I want to get by here. Not that Richie's got anything. It is killing Richie's run, though. Michael Blackner's extended that lead out to over 4 seconds now.
And here comes Brandon Fetterplace. Not that second really matters in the overall scheme of things. I'm sure he would like to be second. He would like to lead. He would like to win the race and get those extra $500,000 in lead credits, but he's still leading his class. So really that's his primary focus at this point. If you can't win the race, you want to win your class. And so as long as he stays ahead of the Alexander Hodge machine behind him at 53, he's in good shape.
Well, and they got a closer fight right now than our ARCA leaders. So if there's anything, if there's a tight battle right now, that is the tight battle, and it's unfortunately it's a second away from each other right now for first. But too, I think, kind of touching over what you talked about earlier today, earlier in the broadcast was, a lot of these guys, they're comfortable with a certain car, so they're going to go with that certain car, and they don't really know how that car is going to stack up against the other cars that are out there. So yeah, you're kind of running, your class race for whatever car you're in, and Brandon's doing a good job at it. We do have a guy, William Owens. He's in the infield care center. If you want to go up there and kind of talk to him, see what he's got to say.
Be the driver in the 30. If you want to bring him down, we can talk to him.
All right, let's go see what he's got to say. William Owens, are you out there tonight?
Yeah.
So what happened? How was your night? You were looking pretty sporty there. We saw you take tires when nobody else did, and got caught up in a little bit of an accident. Is the car okay? Apparently not, maybe?
The car's perfectly fine. Only had 30 seconds of damage. Gentlemen, I got iRacing'd. So, as you know, the back of the field gets really messy with all the different lap down cars, and it was telling me to pass someone right before the green. Well, I passed them right as the green came out, which flagged me. I don't know if the broadcast caught what happened when I tried to serve that black flag, but that didn't hurt the car all that badly either. I got ran through. So I wasn't able to serve it. I was lucky enough to loop the car around without bringing out a caution. And then as I was unable to get back down again because the field ran by me, and finally able to serve the black flag, but iRacing in its infinite logic disqualified me as I made the lap on pit road serving the black flag.
That sounds, yeah. Listen, we knew it was going to be a little chaotic out there for sure with the pitting, trying to pit, not go a lap down. If you got damage to fix, make it and as many cars we had on track, I knew it was going to be crazy and chaotic, but it sounded like you went a couple levels beyond that, and it sounded like it got very, very challenging.
It was just a normal day in the iRacing land of iRacing officials. Let's be real here, NASCAR officials would probably do the same thing. It's a dumb way for the night to end, but I still really enjoyed the race. And yeah, I don't know that I would have ever caught Brandon. He was pretty fast. Like I would make up some ground, then I would lose it again on that longer run that we had while I was hanging around in second for the Cup car. But my apologies to the 09. The caution came out, and we were fighting really hard for position, and I was just hooked into him, couldn't get off of him, and that's what caused that little scuffle.
Yeah, we did see that, yeah.
Didn't do a ton of damage, but you know how the car models are. They hook into each other, and that's that. They just kind of get glued.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we knew it would be a little chaotic tonight, being the All-Star race, being something different with all the Cup, all the different kinds of cars out there. And to be honest with you, I don't think any of us, or very few of us, have ever run around the different types of cars on the same track. So this is all kind of new and a learning experience for a lot of people. The different speeds in the corners kind of causes an issue. We've seen several times, when the Cup cars run down, the corner speed of the Cup car is completely different than the ARCA car. Run down the corner like you normally would. Well, the ARCA car's got to brake way sooner, and so it's the typical, usual, chaotic mess that we kind of expected.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be messy, but that's what makes it fun. It's NASCAR multi-class. It's unique. You don't get to do that anywhere else. So that's why I hopped in tonight, get an idea of how it's going to feel in the Cup season starting next week. I'm looking forward to that. Looks like I might be sporty here, so I'm looking forward to the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Look fast out there until that happens, definitely. And to be honest with you, like I said, I told everybody beforehand, don't take too much away from the night. We know it's going to be a little chaotic, a little wild out there. Looks like they've got a nice green flag run going right now, though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's one of those unique events. It's just going to be a little bit different. And but we do look forward to seeing you out there next week at Charlotte. Kind of get back in the rhythm, in the groove of having, the same car on track to race with. And so hate to see your night coming in like that, but good luck next week at Charlotte for sure.
At least it makes for a funny story. You guys have a good night.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. That was William Owens in he was the 30. Richie Coy has dropped once again. Yeah, he's dropped out of the server. He's gone.
Yeah. Wow. And I was just going to say, Michael Blackner putting cars lap down. There were like 5 cars on the lead lap. Richie Coy gets unfortunately booted.
He was
another
one of them.
Curse of iRacing. Yeah, 4 cars on the lead lap right now. And during the interview, I was listening, but I'm going through looking at some lap times too. And Michael Blackner, he's been running consistent low 19s, like 1920s, 1930s. Cabin Ruff running 19.5s. Brandon Fetterplace running 19.8s. Alexander Hodge in the 20s right now. Wayne Grossi was running 19.7s.
I don't know what Michael Blackner has in his car.
Michael is.
But
hauling.
I'm looking at second place. We'll look at him at the line. We're going to go from the leader to second place here when we cross the line. Here's Michael Blackner at the line, going to Kevin Ruff. He just come out of turn 2.
Yeah. He's got less than a half of a lap on him right now.
He's 3/4 of a lap behind.
Yeah, it's crazy. He is hooked up and just going forward. And I mean, granted, he does have a little bit fresher tires than Gavin Ruff though too, but he is on another playing field as far as
he's lapping 4th right now. This is Alexander Hodge P4. Here comes Michael Blackner around him to put him a lap down. Only 3 cars on the lead lap right now.
Kudos to Michael. He's really showing his stuff out there tonight. And then, a little bit of work pays off, I guess. A couple of weeks working on the set.
I was saying, Michael's leading the ARCA class. Brandon Fetterplace continues to lead the Cup class, and he's pulled away from Alexander Hodge a little bit. So there's Blackner versus Fetterplace, about a straightaway apart. And looks like Robert Malikian's still leading the truck class by a good bit. There goes Robert Malikian down another lap in the truck. So things have really gotten spread out here.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the battle now between Michael Blackner getting ready to lap Brandon Fetterplace, and he's got basically turns 1 and 2. That's as far. That's all he's got to go to kind of go after 3rd right now. So the only thing good about Michael lapping everybody is all the other competitors behind him are all kind of on equal laps now. So at least they got somebody. They still have somebody to fight for on the same lap.
Right, they got somebody they can race each other now. That's what I was saying with Robert Malikian, but I think Malikian's almost got a lap, if not a lap, on Richard. He does have a lap on second place in truck, so Robert's in good shape right now to get the truck win tonight.
And Robert's actually getting to a point where he might even lap Richard Meyer himself. So he's only got about a quarter of a track away from his, lapping his own rival, who's already a lap down. So that Robert's got a good truck right now, hooked up. So he's got to keep it clean, and he'll be there for some prize money. Michael Blackner, obviously, he's just got to keep doing what he's doing and pray it stays green.
We're on board with Blackner, and you can tell, you can listen to his car. He's tiptoeing through the field, does not want to have any issues with anybody, doesn't want to cause a caution, doesn't want to damage the car. I just want to go by, thank you very much, and I'll continue on.
That's right, yeah, and he's got the pace right now where he's got change to spend, he could be like, it's fine, I'll wait for you, he wants to go, but I think he's being very delicate, and if you look, his next car is 3rd place right now.
Man. But yeah, like you said, he did stop for those tires. He's got those fresher tires. And
definitely the freshest tires out of the group, or at least part of that pack that came to pit. So he's definitely got the fuel. He's got the tire. He'd be like, can we just end this now? And he'd probably be fine with that.
Richard Coy has not made it back on track, so that's unfortunate, man. You hate to see that happen. But,
he had
just
a
like we
last
said
week as well, yeah.
I was going to say, but we also said that, I think we said last week, or at least talking to him, well, at least you weren't leading at the time, or, at least, and the same thing here tonight. He wasn't leading. Michael had the freshest tires. He had apparently has a faster car. He just went around 3rd place, Brendan Fetterplace. So at least, if you're fighting for the win and win only, but you never know what could have happened,
Well, yeah, and it's true. I mean, he's still running in second, though. I mean, he still had a pretty strong car. I'm sure he's probably not happy about it, but and you'd be curious to know why. Is it because there is multiple cars? Why isn't everybody having issues? Who else is having? I've noticed a few guys having connection issues tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, is that a product of the server or the choices in the car? I don't know where to point the blame for that. Especially to a lot of guys, usually have a strong enough computer signal or internet signal. There's storms in the area. God only knows what it could be. It shouldn't happen, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually going back looking in the chat too. I mean, Richie Coy's not even in Discord, so he might have had a complete internet issue.
That's true too. Storms in the area, maybe. Wayne Grousey, though. Wayne Grousey up to 4th place in this ARCA car. Just looking back, he's kind of charged up through the field in that ARCA machine, trying to get around the lap truck of the 16, I think that is Robert Malikian. And so he's up to 4th, and not, well, I guess he's about half a track behind Brendan Fetterplace, but having a good run, a good rebound.
Yeah, well, he had a great car. I mean, remember he finished, or he started on second outside pole. So you know, he had a good car. Got caught up in a little accident early on. Like I say, he's running the 11, so you know, hopefully he's getting the luck of the 11 a little bit with him. Not the night he probably wants, but hey, 4th is pretty good amongst this field tonight.
He usually runs the 7, and now he's running the 11. You think he's opening a gas station?
Those used to be my lucky numbers back in the day, the 7-Eleven. I don't know why the 7 that I threw in there. Probably because I used to drive by 7-Eleven all the time. But, yeah, you never know, right? Looks like we got the sun popping back. They're like, hey, let's, let's make this track a little warmer now. We're just clicking off laps, too. We got a little under 40 to go. Michael's still just running that command lead right now. Still running 19.4s. I mean, his pace, he's only lost about 1/10 of a second over the last 20 laps.
Yeah, his last lap was 19.44. Cabin rough, 19.55. Not too far off, but those fresher tires early on really has kind of paid off for him. Actually, it was a 19.3 that time.
Well, you know, I got to kind of hand it to Cabin, too. I mean, especially with a little bit older tires. And, you know, we saw him to kind of do this last week when he won, too. You know, kind of played it easy, saved the tires, you know, so they were there at the end of the day. Unfortunately, he's got such a deficit with Michael Blackner. You know, he's only about 4 seconds ahead of Michael from going a lap down. So Michael might lap the entire field tonight is what I'm getting at.
I'm going to try to put that last lap up there on your screen up in the ticker, the last lap those guys have run, so you can see the difference between 1st and 2nd, and as it scrolls there. As a matter of fact, we'll pull our tower down so you guys can look at that as it goes here. If I can go over and change it to last lap time for you there, and you can kind of watch the last lap times for those guys to see if they're running faster, slower, and all this matters too. I mean, you know, as you catch lap traffic, you know, it all is going to fluctuate based on the traffic you run into.
The only one, though, that I've been seeing consistently being the lowest is that 22 right now. He is hooked up and on a rail.
Yeah, well, let's see where he is compared to the line, compared to 2nd place. Once again, he comes to the line right there. And 2nd place is going into turn 1. So he's going to see him pretty soon here. I don't know if he's going to get to him before the end of the race, but he very well could if we stay green.
I have a feeling he is. He's going to reach him by the end of this race. I have a feeling. I mean, he's only getting about 0.2 of a second quicker. And then what have they got? Go back and look here. How many laps do we got left to go here? We got 30 more to go.
Laps. Yep.
So if you figure, I'm just trying to do the math. 0.2 a lap, it's going to be tight. He might get there because he really only got about. Cavin's only got about 2 seconds to 3 seconds in front of Michael from going a lap down.
Well, that's Hodge who just put a 2nd lap down in the 53. He just went around Hodge to put him a 2nd lap down.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, we still got, and believe it or not, there's still 15 cars on the lap right now. We've got everybody from 1 lap down to 18 laps down. Only a couple of guys 1 lap down, though.
And I'm not sure any of these guys, nor I, and I don't want to jinx this, so I'm going to do my whole knock here. But I don't think any of us expected to run this long of a green flag run here towards the end. And so it's really... and listen, if I'm the 22, I am sure glad I took the opportunity to make a pit stop when I did, because if I'd have stayed out thinking there's going to be another caution, I'd have been in trouble.
Yeah, that was really his one and only pit stop he's done
Yes.
tonight too. So I mean that's impressive. And if he gets through this all, I have to go back and see exactly what lap he did actually pit on. But I know he's got definitely a little over 100 laps on these tires when this is all said and done.
Lap 176. Getting down to it, getting close to it. 25 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, the FTSR All-Star Race here on Full Throttle Television.
Michael Blackner pitted on lap 190. So at the end of this race, he'll have done 110 laps on these tires. And the next car in his windshield is second place, 21 of Kevin Ruff.
Who's
and Kevin's got traffic.
Yeah, he's caught up in a little bit of traffic. Oh, we see the 51 spin once again off turn 2.
Kept it straight. No foul. Michael was very happy not to see that happen. I know the 21 was hoping for it, though. It would have prevented him from going a lap down here.
Happened right in front of second place, which is right in front of your leader.
Yeah. All right.
And I'll tell you what, to be honest to you, if I'm Michael Blackner, I'm wanting to get there. I want to put everybody a lap down. Yep. I want that achievement. You know what I mean? I want that. I don't know if it's an achievement on the site, but I want that. You can always. I remember when we had an Atlanta race and I put every single car a lap down in the Atlanta race, and I was like, man, that was something. And so I'm sure he's thinking the same thing here.
I almost did it at Knoxville, but yeah, I know it would have been nice.
Your teammates ruined that for you, didn't it?
Right. Well, we had a good team night that night for sure, but yeah.
And that was kind of your fault because you gave us your setup. So.
Well, but that's all right. That's what teammates do, you know. But yeah, if you can lap the entire field, that's a pretty good night, I'd say.
I'm just impressed that these guys are, this track is a tough track. And everybody hanging on to it, hanging on to their cars, doing a good job out here. A lot of unknowns tonight. The traffic, yes, but the track itself, being an old version of the track, a lot of these guys probably don't have a lot of laps on this track. Just the different traffic, the different things you have to deal with. And so I'm impressed. Towards the end, it got a little messy to begin with, but at the end here, everybody hanging on as here comes the 22 of Blackner trying to put that car a lap down.
Looks like he's going to get it. And, and it's kind of funny, though, you would say that, too. And I'm curious to know how many people actually bought this track just recently. Because, we don't go to schedule, and really, if you're not really running this truck or this track for any other reason, if you're a strict oval guy and you follow the NASCAR schedules, well, this track really hasn't been on any NASCAR schedule. So I wonder how many guys have actually purchased this track just for this race tonight. But
I will tell you, if you're listening out there, you're an iRacing member. They are scanning the new version of the track. It is coming sooner rather than later. I don't know if it's coming in this build, but it is coming. And I got a feeling if you own this track, you'll get that version of the track as well. I feel like that's the way that should work. It's going to work. So we are getting the new version.
So. I hope so, because I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to pay for another track that I already have, just because they decide they want to update it. But it is a fun track. I've got a win here myself. I really enjoy this place. Turns 1 and 2, you kind of go downhill, and then you're driving uphill. You don't really notice it much on stream. But there is a bit of an incline here, which makes this oval kind of unique. You're kind of driving up into turn 3 and 4, and then you're going downhill into 1 and 2, and it really gives it a little bit of uniqueness, and it's just a lot of fun.
And I do like that when they repaved it, they kept all the character the same. They basically scanned it using iRacing and ground it down, repaved it exactly like it was, down to the bumps. And, they complain about the bump off turn 4, but we've got the bump in turn 4 as well. So, everything is the same, and, man, it races really well from what we saw on Sunday night. As you see the 22 go around Brandon Fetterplace, putting that Cup car a second lap down. So there's only one car, one lap down.
He is stuck in a little bit of traffic right now, almost scraping the wall there. 21's coming back to him, but 21's a lap down. 21, Cavan's like, I don't want to be a lap down. He's like, I want to stay on the lead lap.
We're getting down to it. 12 laps to go here. Looks like Michael's backed out of that a little bit.
Probably not a bad thing to do, but I know he's still probably like, man, I want to lap the entire field here. You'll get by him again, Michael. Let these guys kind of sort it out, and then you get by them all.
Yeah, we're getting down to it. Nine laps to go, and just to recap, of course, Michael Blackner leading overall. Actually, 10 to go. Blackner leading overall. Brandon Fetterplace right in front of him leading the Cup cars, so he's leading that class. And not much has changed with Robert Malikian. He's leading over Richard Myers by over a lap, so Malikian in good shape as well.
Yeah, I mean, we got 1, 2, 3 right there in the screenshot, and they're all on different laps.
True. They're all 3 on different laps.
Well, the 21 and 22 technically are on the same lap, but it's not as close, or it is closer than you.
Blackner way up the track, trying to run that very high side. You know he wants to get back to that 21.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, especially too when you already got by him, you got kind of caught up in a little traffic. I mean, the night he's having, that is just the cherry on top, and the hot fudge and the sprinkles and all the good stuff. He definitely wants it tonight.
Well, at least we got a race on our hands. It's just a race to put second place a lap down.
It's not even. I mean, it's a race for the lead, but it's a race for the lead in a grander scheme, I guess.
Here he goes on the inside of the 21.
He's got him.
He's got the position on the inside. Can't quite clear him off the corner. 21's going to come back. Kavanaugh on the outside.
I hope they're not going to wreck each other. Please don't wreck each other.
21 in the wall a little bit there through 3 and 4. The 22 is going to take that position, though. Well, that's not even a position, but that is going to be every car a lap down.
Yeah, Michael just on fire tonight, having a great run. It almost makes me worried to see him, though, because, now that we have our ARCA series on Thursday nights now, how dominant is he going to be on that? Am I going to have to worry about him?
If he works on a setup for 2 weeks, you might.
Yeah, well, fortunately, that is a fixed setup, so he's probably not going to have that option.
That's true. Coming around to 3 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. And it's been green since what, lap 90? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah. Well, I think they went back green probably 92, 93. But yeah, we've been green over 100 laps right now, and crazy. Still 15 cars on the lead lap, or still 15 cars on track, I should say.
Well, you know what flag Michael wants to see? That one that's coming next time by. He wants to see that white flag so we don't get this restart here. Through 1 and 2 down the backstretch. He's in a hurry to get there. He wants to see it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't imagine there'd be too many guys taking waiver rounds anyway. I mean, there will only be one guy for the waiver round, and that only if Michael would pit.
There it is, white flag. 1 lap to go here for Michael Blackner, who has lapped the entire field here at North Wilkesboro Speedway down the backstretch. Incredible car. Worked hard on a setup here through 3 and 4. He's going to come off turn 4 and take the checkered flag and the All-Star race win. Michael Blackner wins the FTSR All-Star race.
He did the work, and now he's got the credits. And, first you get the money, then you get the power, and then I ain't going to finish it. But that's what Michael's feeling tonight, so hats off to him tonight.
Brandon Fetterplace wins the Cup cars, the Cup car class, so he'll get his 500,000 credits for that. Robert Malikian hangs on. He'll take the 500 credits for the Cup for the Truck Series. And where is Colton? Colton's halfway home already.
Yep. But still a good call. Yep. I mean, too, and even Michael Blackner, you assume, though, too, and we'll ask him here in a little bit, how much, did he practice some of the other cars? Choosing the right car for tonight to kind of get that overall, that in itself is a lot of work. So I think we're going to get everybody, too. They're supposed to be maybe lining up at the start-finish line for a photograph, maybe.
Here they are. 1, 2, 3. Your winners tonight, the 22 Michael Blackner in the ARCA car. You got the 34 Brandon Fetterplace in the Cup car, and And Robert Malikian coming home in the Truck Series class, and he'll take the win tonight as well. So awesome job. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back and talk to our class finishers, including our All-Star Race winner, wrap up the night, and get ready to start 2025 B. Can't wait, Tony. We'll be right back, though, after these commercial messages.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, wrapping up the All-Star race, the FTSR All-Star race. Michael Blackner coming home your winner tonight. And he's burning it down for the crowd here. And we're going to talk to our 4 class finishers. We've got 4 interviews tonight, Tony. Not just 3. We're going to talk to 4 of them. But before we do that, let's look at our finishing results here. we haven't even done that yet. Michael Blackner taking home the win. And everybody else a lap down. Kevin Ruff coming home P2 in the ARCA car. P3 is going to be the Cup car. That's Brandon Fetter Place. You got Wayne Grossi coming on P4. Alexander Hodge hanging on to a top 5. 6th spot for the 09 of J.C. Evans. Caleb Tipton finishes P7. P8 for Brian Messer. 9th is going to be Ray Gill. And round out your top 10 is Robert Malikian in the trucks.
Well, I unfortunately turned off my stream, so I don't.
All right. So 11th is going to be Richard Myers. 12th place is going to be the 03 Brian Dixon. 13th Ryan Persinger. Coming home 14th, that's Noom Silva. 15th is going to be Lane Allen. 16th after the connection issue, Richie Coy. 17th Mason Hoffner. 18th is going to be Colton Gum. 19th Kyle Milliken. 20th William Owens. 21st is Cameron Albertson. 22nd Colby Meese. 23rd is going to be Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. 24th Gordon Fraley. 25th Bob Fitzpatrick. 26th is going to be Brandon Elder. 27th Brian Bliss. 28th Nick Alford. Hayden Higginbotham finishing 29th, and 30th is Stuart Harding.
That was a fun race. I'm gonna just say it before we get into the interviews. Fun race, fun to watch.
All right. Well, Michael Blackner going to the snack stand, looks like. Grab a snack. All right. We're going to go to our post-race show presented by Victory Fuel, and we'll talk to our top 4 finishers. We'll start at, where do we want to start? Our winner's not even here yet. Let's see if we can talk to, let's see if he's even here.
In.
Let's see our Xfinity finisher, Colton Gum. Colton, you here? Colton is not here. All right, let's move on to our truck finisher. finishing the first in the truck class tonight. The Robert Malikian machine, number 16. Man, it was not easy out there. I know you got involved in that wreck early, but you hung on there. Was a lap ahead of your next closest competition. Talk about your night and talk about the choice to run the trucks.
Yeah, for us, it was just a night of survival. The truck field wasn't too big, and a lot of us got caught up in different incidents, so it was just to see who could drive their damaged car the best and try to get to the finish first.
And I'm telling you, it was a struggle there at the end. I can tell. It's like we had a 110 lap run there at the end. I don't think anybody, at least I didn't expect that. I don't know if you guys expected that out there on track, but it was. I'm sure those tires weren't too happy there towards the end.
Yeah, the truck got really out of control towards the end. So, and being a lap up, I was really babying the truck around. I was just trying to stay out of the way, not get into anyone. So yeah, it was a good race for us. It was fun. I've always wanted to do the multi-class racing for stock cars. I was always curious what it would be like. And during, like, from lap 25 to 100, it was pretty hectic, but really fun.
I know there was one point, and I think you were in the middle of this too. The leaders actually caught the back of the pack, and it was just like, it was 3 wide, 2 wide, nowhere to go. It was chaos there, and I'm thinking, boy, I'd hate to be in his spot there. And you're the same way. We were wondering. We were like, okay, we don't know how this is going to go. Let's try it. I don't know. And what an experiment.
And that situation you're talking about, I think I was chasing down the truck leader. I had the race leaders on my bumper.
Yeah.
But I didn't want the race leader to get around me, and then the truck leader that I was racing to get the lucky dog instead of me. So I was still trying to push really hard, but just also not cause any incidents.
Yeah, we were talking about that too, because I was like, these guys do not want to go a lap down, because if the caution comes out and he laps another car, I mean, they're going to have a hard time getting back on the lead lap. It's going to be tough. I mean, on top of that, you got the traffic out there, the different speeds of the different cars, the different pit strategies, the different fuel mileage for each car. Like, there is so much that could have happened differently out there. And honestly, that was kind of the fun of it. We wanted to kind of see, hey, what's going to happen here. And this is what we got. But man, congratulations. 500,000 credits, in your account for winning the truck series or the truck class. So good job hanging on out there, and congratulations. I'm gonna let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to my teammate Colton for bringing home the Xfinity win as well. He had some real competition out there. Also just want to thank our sponsors. We got Branded, Gums Auto Center, Icon Apparel, and everyone back at Elevated Esports. This is also my first time talking to you guys since I broke my hand. I've been hoping to get up in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
How's that healing? Good?
Yeah, it's really great now. But I just want to also give a shout out to my wife. She helped so much when I was out of commission, just one-handed. So
Giving you a hand, I guess, right?
yeah, she was amazing. I mean, I couldn't have done this without her. So
She was probably shifting for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So
man,
yeah, I just want to thank everyone on the team as well. It was awesome. This was a real fun event, and thank you guys for putting on as well.
yeah, thanks for coming out and supporting it. Again, congratulations, and I guess we'll see you next week at Charlotte. We'll see with all the trucks with all the cars are the same on the track. We'll see what happens at Charlotte.
Thank you, Brody and Tony. Have a good one.
All right, we'll see you. There's your winner tonight in the truck class, Robert Malikian, in the number 16. And Robert's been really quick in the truck series all season, and so no surprise there that he comes home with the win there.
Yeah, I mean, everybody who won tonight, they chose wisely for their respective classes. So yeah, good job for him.
And for trucks, for Xfinity, for trucks, for ARCA, and for Cup, these are the guys you have to beat week in, week out. So no surprises there, really. And as a matter of fact, I think you're standing by with our second place finish. Well, our Cup series are, you know what? Let's do he was our overall. Let's do our Cup winner in the Cup class, Brandon Fetter place.
Brandon, you got me?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. So, I was going to ask you about your Cup car choice, but I think I already know the answer to that. You seem that you're one of the guys out here in the league that really enjoys this car. And how did you think it was going to stack up to the ARCA? Because I mean, the ARCA car seems like they were putting the whooping on you guys tonight.
Yeah, that was very surprising. I knew that we all had to be somewhat in the ballpark, or else this wouldn't have been a thing. So, I'm like, okay, well, it's an next gen car. It's got to be pretty fast. Well, no, that ARCA car, it didn't matter what I did. I got to jump under a couple restarts, but he was just able to get through the corner so much better than I was. So, there wasn't much that I could do. I started realizing after about the third or fourth restart that, you know what, maybe I just need to fight who's in my class, because right now I can't do anything with him.
I was
Well, yeah, it
actually
was
I was
difficult. Yeah.
surprised by that too, Brandon. I just wanted to jump in. I was surprised because I figured the Cup car, especially on the short run, I thought would be quicker, but it just didn't fire off like I thought it would. And I knew maybe with the ARCA car that the bias ply tires, the Hoosier tires it has, maybe it would hang on a little bit better on the long run, which I think kind of showed there. But I expected the Cup car to kind of jump out the lead early on, and it seemed like it never did happen.
Yeah, I could not. I mean, I could get through the gears faster than him, I believe. And I could get into turn one, but after that, it was almost like we were just talking about it in the waiting room. I'm not sure if it was because maybe he was able to yaw the car out and this car needs to be planted. If that is what worked in his advantage, or if a new tire model for that car or whatever it was. But yeah, there was nothing I could do with him.
Well, I got a question too, though, because I assume that you guys, or when I say you guys, I'm talking about everybody that chose the next gen. Setup shops were making sets for this car tonight too, right?
No, we all ran old sets. I mean, we have a set for this track, but it's from like last season. So, as soon as I jumped into practice, I had to do a lot of adjustment to this car to get it to where it is now. And I mean, I wasn't sure. I mean, joining the session, I knew it was going to be an older set. I wasn't even sure if it worked, to be honest with you. So, it took a lot of adjustments. So, for all in all, I mean, I thought it was a very fun race. I'm pretty tired from it. I mean, that was quite the workout, trying to stay up there with them guys. So,
well, you did a good job. Second place. Not you got your overall win at least, or no, third place. Got the overall win, and for your class. So a good drive. I guess I'm going to open the floor to you and let you thank your sponsors.
thank you very much. First and foremost, thanks to Hot Lap Heroes. Everyone who, we got the new addition, Brian Dixon, for this season, Nick Alford and Brian Messer. So we're pretty hyped for B season, and thanks to Premier for the fast setups that they give me every week, and thanks to y'all for the broadcast. It's going to be awesome going back and watching this to see what all I missed. And thanks to everybody who watches. Victory Fuel for the sponsor, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Well, it's Brandon Fetterplace, your second place, and then your overall finisher, or third place, and then overall finisher. So I think, Brody, you got our dominant winner tonight, our friend Michael Blackner.
Yeah, I think we finally got Michael over to Victory Lane because he went over to the snack bar and grabbed something. He's been all over the track. I don't know. I mean, I guess he had time to do it.
So much time, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So our winner tonight, the 22, Michael Blackner. Michael, congratulations! You lapped the entire field. You put a spanking on him in that ARCA car. And tell us about your night. How was apparently the car was hooked up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was really phenomenal. I mean, I spent a bit of time the past 2 weeks trying to get this going once it was announced what was going on. I actually went to James Morris to ask him for a little bit of help because there were things I was not understanding with the car that he did whenever I got talking to him. And so we spent a couple hours this past week and got it going pretty good by Saturday night, and I felt confident with it all night tonight. I seen Wayne up there. I was a little worried because I know Wayne can be fast when he really puts his mind to it. Richie got up there, and I really said, "Mother f, mother f," because I'm as soon as Richie gets to the front, it's lights out for him. So, but yeah, the car was really hooked up tonight. It was phenomenal feeling. It got tight there on that long run, but once I started realizing just where the next car behind me was, I started taking it easier and just letting it come to me.
Well, I want to ask you about what would be I guess for me, the moment of the race is when you caught that gaggle of lap traffic leading up front. We were watching that. You come up on them, and they're running 2 and 3 wide, 3 rows deep. And I can only imagine what you were going through, what was going through your mind there when you caught them.
Yeah, I was not happy to say the least. I mean, there were guys that definitely got out of the way and others that were racing each other for position, which is fine. I understand that, especially in a race like this. But yeah, when that happened, I was just I was thinking, come on, I got to get through here before Richie and I can't remember who else was third at that point, but before they start catching, I think it was Cavan,
Yeah.
and it started working against me. Richie said he started catching me, and I got through it somehow. But by the time I got to the last car, Richie was there, and we got that yellow, and that threw strategy out the window.
Yeah, it looked chaotic out there for sure, Tony. I'm thinking you got something to add to what we saw tonight.
Well, I mean, first of all, hell of a job tonight. You've been a friend within the league, to especially on the Fury team, hanging out with us and this and that. It's good to see you get your just deserves tonight. So I congratulate you, and you get those awesome win 1 million credits. I got to put the pinky to my lip there, and it's again, good job. I guess my big question is though, at what point did you realize, hell, I'm going to lap the entire field if I keep this pace up? And then at what point did it become a goal that, hey, I got to get back, I got to get by Caleb here to get this to get this whole lap field done?
So the first half of the race, I wasn't sure if it was possible because Richie and Wayne and Cavan, they were still hanging a few seconds back. So I knew I had speed, but I didn't think it was going to be easy. So I wasn't concerned about lapping the field at that point. And then we got that caution where I stayed out, which was a bad strategy call. I wanted to wait till later to pit and get my fresh tires then, but everybody else opted to go in at that time. And when I realized it was too late. So by luck on the next caution, because that was the last caution we got, I went in, had a good starting position. Richie and Cavan both had 10, 12 lap old tires, something like that. So there's a small advantage in that. But I'd say by the time we got down to the last 50 laps, I just kind of thought to myself, I got to go out there and put on a put on a show because it's not every day you lap the field. But at the same time, if I get back to Cavan knowing he was running second overall, then that makes it easier on what I have to do. Should we get a caution, I can get tires and reset, regroup, and still be in it.
Well,
Yeah.
You did a great job out there, man, and you were patient through traffic when you needed to be. You caught the caution just right. We were talking about that too. If you didn't pit on that caution, you'd have been in probably a world of hurt there, making it to the end. So you picked the right time to pit. You got that long green flag right at the end, able to make a full circle around everybody else, literally, and had a really fast car all night. So congratulations on the overall win and the win in the ARCA series, and yeah, just spectacular job out there. Got that all-star win too, which is going to lock you into all future all-star events, regardless of the format, although this one was a little special. But anyway, congratulations, man. I'm going to let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs.
Thank you. Well, first I want to thank my fiance Brianna for putting up with all this because I know sometimes the drives are crazy. I definitely want to thank James Moores for all his help because I don't know if this car would have been half as good if I didn't get his input on what to do. I want to thank Valvoline. There's a rumor around our race shop that Valvoline might be making a comeback and one of the other guys might be looking to go elsewhere. Uh, I want to thank Fury, all you guys, Brody, Tony, Richie, even Josh, even though he's not here tonight. I want to thank you guys. 20 years of being here, almost, and finally getting an all-star after every other event. It feels pretty good.
Do I need to do it? 20 years of
20 years of trying.
20 years of frustration.
I thought that too, but yeah, no, I want to thank the league in general. I mean, there are some races that are better than others, but everybody here, they always take care of each other, and no matter what happens, everybody looks out for each other. So I want to thank everybody, especially tonight. A lot of good, clean racing, hard racing. Yeah, that's it. See you guys Wednesday night.
All right, man. Well, congratulations once again. Taking home the win tonight. Job. And we will see you in 2 days in Charlotte. So you don't have far to go, at least, but we'll see you in Charlotte.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You winner tonight, the 22 Michael Blattner, bringing it home in the ARCA car. Tony, we saw early in this race the chaos that we were afraid we might see. Things kind of settled down at the end, though, and we got a long green flag run to the end. As I always say, this race had about everything.
It did. I mean, a lot of fun to watch. I mean, and if you're going to win your first All-Star race, I mean, what a way to win it. I mean, if you're going to do it, I mean, you might as well just go all in and just get it done. And that's what Michael did tonight. And the practice and the perseverance carried on, being patient, getting through the field. A couple scary moments. I didn't think his pit strategy was going to work out for him, but it played in his favor. And I don't know, man. Awesome race overall. Great to see Michael win it. Great to see all the guys in there. It looks like a lot of guys actually had a lot of fun tonight, too. It's fun to watch, for sure.
He definitely put the practice in, talked about all the laps he had run, the help he had gotten, the setup work he had put in. It paid off tonight in a big way with a win in the All-Star race. So good to see that, like you said, practice and perseverance pays off and gets that win tonight. So coming up, though, 2 days from today, we'll be in Charlotte with the FTSR Truck Series. Will be kicking off their 2025B season in Charlotte for the Charlotte 200. Looking forward to seeing that. I hope everybody tunes in for that as well. Should be a lot of fun. That always puts on a really good show, especially with the trucks. Looking forward to that. And then next Monday night, the Victory Fuel Cup Series kicks off their 2025B season at Charlotte as well, with 300 miles of racing, the longest race of the season for us here at FTSR as well. 300 miles, 200 laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway. This should be a lot of fun as well. Hope you'll tune in Monday night at 9 p.m. But that's going to do it for us here at North Wilkesboro Speedway for the FTSR All-Star Race. The All-Star Race in the books. Michael Blattner bringing home your win. And we'll see you 2 weeks. I'm sorry, not 2 weeks. 2 days. Don't get that confused. We'll see you in 2 days in Charlotte for the FTSR Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Until then, we'll see you.